Welcome to Stylaquin. In this video, we'll explore the Stylaquin admin panel. The home page of the admin panel should already be familiar to you from when you set up Stylaquin the first time. Below the Quick Start section, you'll find Stylaquin Status. There are 3 status options. On, which means Stylaquin is live on your site and everyone visiting your site can see it. On in testing only mode, which means Stylaquin is live on your site, but visible only to users that add the Stylaquin testing flag !test to the end of your store's URL. The testing flag allows you to add Stylaquin to your site and share it with team members as you test or dial in your lookbook pages. The final mode is off, which allows you to turn Stylaquin off without uninstalling it. This is handy if you think you may have a conflict with other apps or want to work on your site without the app running. Now let's look at Activate and Preview themes. Shopify allows stores to have multiple themes, though only one can be the live theme at any given time. Stores often use this to develop seasonal themes or special event themes. You can preview your store with a theme that isn't active to see how it looks or to work on it for use at a later time. In order to see Stylaquin on any theme, you'll need to activate it. The Activate and Preview Themes section is where you can activate Stylaquin on any theme in your theme library and see how it looks. Let's check it out. Make sure Stylaquin is set to on or on in test mode before you get started. Start by selecting a theme from the drop-down menu. Your live theme will be the first theme on the list. I'm going to choose the Studio theme. Next, click Activate Theme, which will open a new window where you will only need to click Save. You can then close the window. Now I'll click Preview Theme to see the theme with Stylaquin enabled. Notice, below the Preview Theme button, you'll see the URL for the theme preview. This is handy if you want to share the preview with other team members. That's it for the Home tab. Now let's go to Settings up at the top. The first option is whether to show a currency indicator for the cart total in the idea board. If you only sell in the US, you may not want to have USD before the $sign. It's up to you. The second option is to use English if the current language is not supported. Stylaquin currently supports English, Spanish, and French. Below the options, you'll see fonts. You can change the font used by Stylaquin to match your brand or theme. Fonts can be tricky, so be sure you have the correct spelling of the font you want to use. Next, we have the color palette. You can change the Stylaquin colors to match your store. There are several pre-made options to choose from, and you can also freestyle by selecting the custom palette. Below the color palette is the billing plan options. Here you can change plans or adjust your usage cap to suit your site's needs. When you click on Change Plan, it will open the Plans page where you can see the 3 plan options. When you click the Change Usage Cap button, you'll see a pop-up with your current cap. You will never be billed above the usage cap you set without your permission. Stylaquin only charges a usage fee for Stylaquin-assisted sales. If your customers don't use Stylaquin when they shop, there's no charge, so you only pay for success. Finally, under Admin Options, you can change the order of the tabs at the top. So if you find you're accessing Sales most often, you can make that the first tab. Now let's go to the Sales tab at the top of the admin panel. Sales is where you can see your store's individual sales along with the associated usage charges. You can really dig into the data and even see the specifics of a particular order by clicking the plus sign in the order number. Next up is the Stats tab. Here you can completely nerd out on all kinds of interesting and useful information about your store's visitors. How many were first-time visitors, how many came back, how many were repeat visitors. The Stats panel lets you track how Stylaquin is performing on your site. Within the first month, you should see your events per session increase, as well as the average session duration and the number of products viewed. This will build over time, and you should see real improvements by the end of your free trial. Let's move on to product colors. We live in a colorful world, and Stylaquin may or may not have swatches that exactly match your product's colors. If Stylaquin doesn't recognize a color, it will default to a gray swatch in the lookbook and the idea board. The Product Colors tab shows you all the colors Stylaquin uses and lists any that Stylaquin can't identify. You can create custom product colors by specifying an RGB color, or you can upload a file with the color or the pattern you want to display. You can also edit any of the standard colors Stylaquin has in the Stylaquin color library to match your company's color standards by choosing All Colors. The last tab in the admin panel is the Resources tab. Here you'll find support and troubleshooting information, as well as information on how to test Stylaquin. There's also contact information should you need help. Remember, if you do run into trouble, first go to the Home tab, set the Stylaquin status to testing only, and then email support@stylaquin.com so we can get you back on track. That's the end of the tour. We're excited to have you on board. Thank you for helping us make online shopping more fun, engaging, and more beautiful.